here.
Who do you mean?
The people here. They do not want us here. I promise.
Brutal. It's The Brutalist. This was written and directed by Brandy Corbet. He was a writer on several prior films and directed a couple before movies as well. This stars Adrian Brody as Laszlo Toth, Felicity Jones as Elizabeth Toth, Guy Pearce as Harrison Lee Van Buren, and many, many more. This released back in December. Budget was only $9 million. Mark, take it away. The Brutalist. I didn't see it, but you did.
It was only $9 million.
$9 million
For 4 hours? It's weird that like these movies, like these indie movies, are like they're putting out like either this on par or like on par or like similar quality to like a lot of these like super big budget titles, or sometimes even better. And it makes me wonder for like these big budget titles, is there money laundering going on?
There has to be. At this point, these movies just these 3 or 4 movies we've seen animated, like you could cover every genre: romance, comedy, animated, serious. All of them are under $50 million, and you're. I don't believe it anymore, because these all felt like movies. These all actually felt, you know what I mean? None of these felt like cheap.
Yeah, like fucking production, like Joker 2 doesn't look like $200 million, but like, I don't know, can they throw me like a couple million my way? Like they're just going away money.
I'll reinvest some of it into watching movies. So look, it'll go back, guys. I promise. The rest of it won't, but I promise. But tell us, The Brutalist.
This was a fun period piece.
Ooh.
A very interesting period piece. Fun is not the right word. But Dogman is fun. This is just like very interesting period piece about like an architecture, about like an architecture who like I guess escaped the Holocaust.
Ooh.
Like he deported to America to get away from the Holocaust, and he was like he was assigned to a job with his cousin to like kind of remodel this library, and then the rich guy who owns the library, like by the rich guy's son, to remodel the library, and by the actual rich guy who comes in, he was like, I don't like surprises. What the fuck is this? He just has a fit, and it's I think the guy's Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce.
Ozzy, who's a rich guy. Fucking Google's not giving me his name, but like.
Yeah, I can pull it back up for you. One sec here. The Brutalist stars Guy Pearce as Harrison Lee Van Buren.
I'm just gonna say the rich guy.
I like how I gave you that. You know what? That shit's too long. Anyway.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck is this? I'm not paying you guys a cent because you guys are messing up my library. And then later, he tells him yeah, I was upset. Like he finds him later.
Yes.
The Jewish immigrant.
Yeah.
But like he finds him later, and he says like, yeah, I was mad at the time because my mother died, but like I want you to help me build this community center. And the movie is mostly about like him trying to build help the rich guy build a community center, but through that there's like a lot of tragedy and struggles going on, and like they later in the movie they bring his family into the mix, and that's when like the movie cuts off into
the intermission,
and it's just like it's a different. Because when the family comes in, it feels kind of like a different movie because the character dynamics really change up.
Oh.
I don't want to spoil a lot of things because I do want Brian to see this eventually. But like
I was like, maybe I'll get a chance, and then I was like, this month, I don't know if I'm getting a chance to see this month the way that it's looking.
I'll probably find a showing. Either that, you're probably going to be able to rent it or some shit.
I'll just end up renting it. Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing that I did with the Snyder Cut, because I shoot that. I know you did it you did it multiple times.
I hope I'm probably just cut out the intermission entirely in the. Yeah.
I'm just gonna do probably like I did with the Snyder Cut, which is I broke it into like 4 pieces, and then I like watched it a bit, paused, went about my day.
You probably break it up into 2 pieces because like I think where the intermission is supposed to be, there's like a picture of the family.
Okay. All
And it's like a 15-minute intermission. But like I assume they'll probably cut that.
Because you don't need it.
Yeah, out of the home release.
Yeah. I imagine.
But yeah, this movie has like a lot of like a lot of good character dynamics. Like it plays the realism very well. I enjoy it.
Nice.
Not trying to get too much away, but like eventually, at some point this year, me and Brian will talk about it. But like going to the intermission part.
Yeah.
Because the director, I was surprised when we had an intermission. Like because the director demanded it, and I'm like, okay, more movies need this, please, because we're getting like 3 hours movies like a lot nowadays. And it's like, you're like, whenever, because I always check the time, how long the movie is, before I go into it every time. It's like, a lot of them are like 2 hours or 3 hours. And like that, for me, that's like, okay, you're asking me to go 3 hours without taking a piss.
Or just keeping interest. You better be good if you're going to keep interest.
Yeah. Because like, dude, Killers of the Flower Moon was like just 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And like, even though I was enjoying that movie, I think I had to pick and choose and like, which scene is the least important so I can take a piss.
I also had to...
Fuck, this doesn't... like, this looked like it's going to be more talking, so... Piss back!
I certainly had to mentally check back in with myself as well at certain points where you're just like, alright, am I about to nod off? No, I'm back in. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I nod off only because I'm usually just a tired person and I fucking...
And we live lives.
That and I cargo load during these movies. I eat a lot. So it's like
you're setting yourself up for
the itis makes me sleepy because
of course.
I was also watching this I was watching the Brutalist at the Alamo Draft House, and like they will like bring you food when you they like kind of serve you food when
they bring food to you.
And I ordered like a cheeseburger and fries and a milkshake. And
it's a terrible idea in the middle of a 4-hour movie. Oh my god.
I got that early in the movie too.
Oh my god.
I was like, cause dude, I was dozing off near like the few ending parts, and I was like, I did miss some context. I was like, fuck, but I was able to piece it together. But I did miss some parts of the movie. Like, there's no way I'm going back to see this again.
Yeah, there's no.
I'll probably have to like, if this goes on streaming, I'll probably just like skip to the end to see the parts I missed. But like, I was still able to piece it together what I missed. But like, I was like, when I like after I dozed off and like woke up, I'm like, oh fuck. Fucking doze off. And I do that for every movie I doze off. I'm like, did I miss any context? I'm like, okay, no, I didn't miss that much. And then sometimes I do, and I'm like, fuck.
Nice. Alright.
But please, I hope this starts a trend. More intermissions for these long-ass movies.
I'm up for
I need time to take a piss. I need time to collect myself.
Yeah, if you're anywhere above 3 hours, I think literally you should do intermissions because
I'm gonna say 3 hours or above.
Well, here's the thing: 3 hours is 90 minutes, but 3 hours is also if your movie theater is an asshole and they put previews in front of it, you've already been sitting for 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
You've been sitting for 2 hours already, so fuck you. I need an intermission if this is a 3 hour movie.
That's why I always come late to my theaters. But also, like, you get those unlucky like show times. Where it would be lucky.
It will start sometimes.
Yeah, it'll just like start. I remember I was just getting some snacks. I was like, yeah, these trailers I was going to see Wonka. And I was like, these trailers are going to be like, what, 22 minutes, 30 minutes?
No.
Went to get some snacks to sneak in. And I got to my movie. I was like 15 minutes late. It was started at like 6. And I got to the theater at 6:15. 15 minutes late, I'm like, what happened?
It is hilarious.
They were supposed to be previews.
It is hilarious when the disrespectful advertising-centric theater decides not to do their normal job role.
Only when you're not in the theater. Right?
Only when you expect that they're gonna have previews. Yeah. The Brutalist, Mark. I'll check it out at some point. Sounds interesting.
And I'm glad I watched it at the Alamo Draft House because I think they're the best theater for the type of movie that will have an intermission. And I feel like a crappy theater, like one of the crappy AMCs, will just like keep the lights dim and stuff, and just like it's gonna be dingy and stuff. It just wouldn't feel as cool.
I feel you. All right.
3, 2, 1.